And one of the places we're going to start the show tonight is with an RBI alum. He came through the academies, he came through the Dream Series, and that's young Hunter Greene of the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, the flamethrower. It allowed us to come out to his house as he entertained the young men that were here for the Dream Series this weekend. Here's a look at our visit to Hunter's house. All right, we made it. Chris, we're here, man.
We're here. We're here. Hunter Greene's crib.
We're in Hunter Greene's crib.
See how he's living.
Hey, we're finally here. We're going to talk about the kids a little bit later and get a chance to see how their reaction is when they meet Hunter and get a chance to talk to him. But, man, thanks for having us, bro.
Of course. I'm glad everybody's here.
Now, you're how old? 45?
23.
23?
Finally up 23, old enough to drink. I felt like it was forever, man. Being able to get to 21 years old, I always felt like I was 17, 18 for 3-4 years. So 23 now.
You contacted me talking about coming out here and asking that, you know, Tony Regans and Dell Matthews extend the invitation to the kids for the Dream Series. Why are we here? Why did you want to do that?
Really, I wanted to create a different space for the players. Being in the first Dream Series, doing other camps and events, it's great to have guest speakers and to have people speak that have played the game, that have the experience, but to do something a little different, you know, come to a current player's home and be in, you know, a space that's inclusive, that's fun. You know, I got some food here, some guys will have some good food, be able to just relax and ask questions if they want to. You know, I want it to be a comfortable space for the kids.
The biggest thing hit me, CY, was when I was a rookie coming up in Seattle. Dave Henderson was like the first guy in our group that kind of made it, right? He had a nice house, and I remember driving up the hill to his house, and I called it Incentive Hill. I said, I gotta have a house like that. And I'll tell you what, it worked for me.
Yes.
It motivated me.
Yes.
And I think that's what's gonna happen with these kids tonight. What do you think?
Yeah, this is a real veteran move, Harold. Like, this is something that normally the players who have 10 years in the league already, it's understood that they're that veteran presence in the clubhouse, within the league, whatever it may be. But you're taking that on like very early. Is that a sense of responsibility that has come with you coming up through this program, or what is it that is inside of you that makes you want to do this at such a young age?
Yeah, I feel like I've always been tapped as that player or person to be the leader, to lead by example, to always be inclusive, you know, and make people feel welcomed, valued, and appreciated, all those good things. So for me, like you say, I'm starting early. I don't even think like that. I just do that. And I think it's just part of who I am. So I enjoy giving people new experiences, putting people onto things. I enjoy that. I like to do that. So that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is to be able to do that. And these kids aren't my teammates, but they might be very soon. You know, hopefully they will, and I'll see them in the league very soon, and they can, you know, reference back to tonight, and it's a memory that they'll have for life.
Well, the beauty of this is we could have had this conversation with you 5 years ago, and you would have been saying the same thing. This has kind of been who Hunter has been and what he's thought about, particularly with the black ball players. He's always wanted to be that guy that carried that flag, carried that mantle. I went through RBI, I went to the Dream Series, I did all these things, and now you're here. Does it feel like it was worth it, in a sense, to go through all the stuff you went through to stay locked into this program?
Yeah, it's surreal to look back and to see that progression, to see the growth, not just being a baseball player on the field, but off the field too. And you know, PDP, the Dream Series, Vero Beach, and all these amazing programs, RBI, the youth academies, all throughout the world. It's a blessing to be a part of, you know, that fraternity. I always say that it's like a fraternity. All of us, you know, being able to relate to everybody and to see, it's like a reunion. You know, that's how I felt earlier today, being at the field, and it doesn't feel like time has passed. You know, with a lot of people that I see. So it's a great feeling, and it's an honor to, you know, obviously partner up with the Dream Series, with MLB Network, and do something special. The coaches, the development with all these programs is, can't even put into words how special it is, because you see all these other events, these programs, these teams, they don't come close to the experience that's here within the Dream Series.
Who was this player for you, or maybe it's just your mom or dad, that kind of was like that shining beacon? I want to do that, what you're doing now.
I think about that all the time, and I think for me, I loved Rafael Furcal. Like growing up as a Dodger fan, when he was playing shortstop, I'd sit right there by third base, and I'd watch him go into the 5-6 hole and come up and just fire guys, and it was unbelievable. So I think seeing him, seeing the excitement those plays brought to the crowd in Dodger Stadium, feeling like the roar and all the cheering was really, really
special. Did Furcal
special.
ever give you a glove?
No, Furcal. But it was seeing that, and
Yeah.
to answer your question, it was, I want to play Major League Baseball. It was cool to be at the games, but
Yeah.
to like identify a player and to see yourself in that player, even though he wasn't a black player, he played with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
And I love that. I play with passion to this
love
day.
that.
So
And what I love about this, like right here talking, you have 3 generations of ball players. You know, you had Harold, and, you know, I'm coming after Harold, you're coming after me. A lot of times, you know, more veteran guys, when they have agendas or have anything that they want to try to do to help the game, they always worry about the younger generation following them up and being able to continue. But what I've learned over the years is that, no, there's no concerns about the younger generation, man. You guys are motivated. You guys are able to take on, you know, those responsibilities, and y'all want to take them on, and y'all find new, exciting ways to take on those responsibilities. So, like, who are the other young guys that you can relate to, that you feel have been, you know, friends within what you have going on, that you can continue to carry this torch ahead?
100%. I think of guys like Will Benson, who I played with USA. He's constantly doing a lot of philanthropy in Atlanta, where he's from. I think of Justin Dunn, who was with us earlier today, and what he does back in New York, and even with the Reds, you know, and continuing to hit those communities, our communities.
All right, Hunter, so we're both RBI alum. You know, you had the opportunity through an essay contest to meet Sharon Robinson. What was that experience like for you?
Super special. That was the RBI World Series, so that was in Minnesota, and Bud Selig was the commissioner at the time, and to meet somebody that has so much meaning to my life, Jackie Robinson, and me looking up to him, to meet somebody within the family that continues to carry on that family lineage and that torch, like you go back to talking about carrying the torch, meant so much. And it's funny, it means so much more now just because I'm older, and I can really understand the impact that she's had after Jackie Robinson has passed. But I even felt it when I think I was 10 years old. I felt her presence, and to experience that at that age, to win the essay contest, there was a lot of emotions. I think I cried on stage, but it was so special because I look back now, and we're bringing it up now to still talk about that and to relive that is always really, really cool. So it meant a lot at a young age, and continues to mean a lot to this day.
Something else that's really, really cool is this past season's draft, Cam Collier was the first pick of the Cincinnati Reds. He came through this very same program. Have you got a chance to talk to him?
I have.
And I'm curious your exchanges with him.
Just met Cam for the first time at Reds Fest, our fan fest for the Cincinnati Reds, which maybe a month ago. Extremely humble. I actually heard from somebody else. He was answering a question on one of the stages of a player that he wanted to meet with the current team. And he said me. Out of all the guys, he said me. I would have said Joey. I would have said somebody that has more time and that I've been able to watch and see. But for a kid I don't want to say a kid, a young man to say that, he's only a couple years younger than me. And it's weird calling him a young man. But to see the impact, to hear that somebody that is a great athlete and a great player and is continuing to make an impact in the game on the field, for that player to look up to me means a lot. So he's a great person, and I'm looking forward to seeing him on the field very soon.
You're doing some huge stuff, and appreciate the time hanging out at your house.
Yes.
At Hunter's house.
At Hunter's house,
Thank
man.
you guys.
Can we
Thank
come
you
back?
guys. Yes, of course.
All right.